St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, you know. So moving forward,
You just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. A blessed and wonderful good afternoon to all our St. Martin family and our SOS family all around the world. Welcome to your program, Strictly Business. I'm your host, Mr. Brian Barry, alongside your co-host, Mr. Julian Rollins Jr. Call up a friend, call up a family member, call up someone, tell them it's another beautiful day on the friendly island of St. Martin. It's time to tune into the #1 radio station, is SOS Radio 95.9 FM, to Strictly Business. Before we get started, we always like to thank and shout out to all our sponsors that make this program possible. So if you want to do some great grocery shopping today or during the week, you got to go right down to Illidge Road and visit the Aki Supermarket for all your grocery shopping needs today. And also we got the Supreme Supermarket. Big shout out to them, located in the corner of Arch Road, Hispaniola Road #1. If you're in that area today or during the week, you can stop in by the Supreme Supermarket, get your groceries done there as well. I also like to thank the Los Mejores Barbershop and Beauty Salon. They're located right there on the Illidge Road. Very conveniently located for that fresh haircut for the ladies, for the guys, also for the children. The Los Mejores Barbershop and Beauty Salon. And if you're thinking movies, you got to think the #1 spot, the Video Block, located right there in French Quarter. Open from Monday to Saturday, 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. The only place you can get 30 movies for only $30 loaded on your USB, hard drive, or even on your smartphone. Also have a very nice selection of video games for PS4 as well. So check out the Video Block. Also like to thank the Bold Chance Electronics Store, located right there on Front Street, for all your home entertainment systems, surround sound, laptop, computers. Go and visit the Bold Chance today. Also like to thank GEBE, our water and electricity company. Thank you so much, GB, for your continued support. And for all your apartments or commercial spaces, #1 place to give a call is J&J Properties. Call them today at 588-1216. That is J&J Properties, 588-1216. We got some delicious food for you as well. We got Jerky's Tiki Hut, located on the Illidge Road, for some great tasting barbecue chicken and ribs. We got Jerky Tiki Hut by the Plaza Casino as well. If you're over the hill, we got Caribbean Jerky's as well, located right across the Megaplex Cinemas. And if you're in town, not forgetting, you got Fat Boy Jimmy, the original, right there on the pond, with some great tasting food as well. Also, I'd like to thank Stasha's Restaurant, located next to Aki Supermarket. Give them a call at 550-9108 or 524-9834. Last but not least, if you're coming to the island, or if you're here, you need a car, clean car, very affordable rates, you can call Clean Car Rental. Give them a call today at 588-1216. That is Clean Car Rental, 588-1216. Special shout out to all the loyal listeners. Thank you for tuning in. Brother Rolex in the house, what's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Blessed, my brother. How you keeping?
Feeling good. You know, back again.
Had a productive week?
Yeah, man. How you enjoy
Awesome.
your Valentine?
Nice, man. Nice,
Yeah?
nice.
You went out with the wife?
Just relax with the wife.
Yeah.
I blessed to say, bro, I love my wife madly, yeah?
Yeah.
Madly
Nice,
love
nice.
her.
Congrats,
And my wife, she the type of woman to big up on Valentine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Every day I treat her good, love her up, Valentine.
Yeah, that's one thing I always say. You know,
She's
treat
sweet
your
with
wife
that.
with respect, love her every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, on Valentine, you know, you put an extra. You know, I went down. Brian, you know, boy, we live in a nice country. You know,
Beautiful
Martin is-
country.
I went down by Grand Cars. I done some nice little dinner with my wife. And I just sitting down looking at this country. This is a beautiful, blessed island, you know, Brian. And when you see after Hurricane Irma what we went through, and to see these restaurants kicking. I mean, St. Martin is like they say, a special child,
Oh,
a
yes.
gifted child.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
we are gifted. This is a beautiful island. You know, you can really enjoy yourself here on this island.
Enjoy the atmosphere.
Enjoy the atmosphere. And that is why people are coming from all over in this country. And they sit down and I'm watching this movement and seeing how various people there sitting down having dinner. And you're wondering, a lot of these people come from big countries, France, United States, and why come to this small little island? You know, because it's so beautiful, it's so
Yes, it's a
unique, like
gem.
you always say, it's a
Yes,
gem.
yes, it is.
It's a golden mine here in St. Martin. You know, it's like an island that just spitting oil. You know, because it's beautiful, my brother. Really, it was. Grand Cars is really nice. You know, I urge people who want to go out and have some dinner, pass by down there and have have a little dinner and support, because we are one island, Brian. We
Yeah.
always keep saying we're one island, Dutch and French. You know, we even have a flag, so it is really, really nice.
Absolutely.
You know, it is really, really nice. Brian, a lot of things is going on.
Yeah, let's
you know.
not forget, shout out to the senior as well.
Yeah, shout out to the seniors, shout out to all our listeners, Brian. You know, every day I keep getting somebody else telling me, hey, brother, I really like listening to you every Sunday.
Tuning in tomorrow.
Yeah, tuning in. You know, listening to you and Brian every Sunday.
Yeah,
I mean, I
appreciate
really
that.
like it. You know, someday the lady told me, boy, you can't miss Relax. And I was laughing and said, thanks. And then she said, boy, I listening Sunday, you know. And she said, every Sunday she listens. So
Appreciate
we
that.
humbly thank you guys. Thank you so much for
Big
listening
thanks.
and keep listening to us every Sunday that we are there with you. You know, Brian, today, this morning I got up, you know, I had a link there and I shared it with various leaders and politicians and friends. My wife, I shared it, I think I shared it with you also. And it is a very, very, very beautiful piece. You know, and I want to share that with my nation, share that with my local, you know, especially local people here in St. Martin. You know, Billy, please, it's only 3 minutes. Please take your time and listen to this piece. Thank you so much. Listen to it.
Elijah Muhammad message to the black man in America.
This is Farrakhan.
He wrote an article titled Help Self. What must be done with the so-called Negroes?
Hello.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote, quote,
Good afternoon.
in order to start doing for ourselves, we must start with the acquisition
You
of
just talking about the
land.
seniors?
Since our
This is
being
about the
brought in
senior?
chains to the shores
Yes,
of
somebody said thanks for picking
America,
up the
our brain
seniors.
power, labor, skills, talent, and wealth have been taken, given, and spent toward building and adding to the civilization of another people. It is time, he said, for you and me, the so-called Negroes, to start doing for ourselves. We must not let our children be, as we are, beggars of another man for his home, facilities, clothing, food, and the means of providing a living. Man depends on land for the necessities of life, food, clothing, and shelter for survival, a prime requisite for freedom, and independence is having one's own land. There can be no freedom without a people having their own land.
So true.
The acquisition of land has been the major factor for more wars on our planet
If you're on the
than
land, you're
any
gonna
other
take it.
cause. Economists agree that in order for any type of
nation or system,
capitalism or communism, democracy or
Or
totalitarian or what have you to exist and have a degree of independence,
must have the ownership of
there
land.
must be ownership of land. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad continued. He said, as a people, we must become producers and not remain consumers and employees. We must be able to extract raw materials from the earth and manufacture them into something useful for ourselves. This would create jobs in production. And we must remember that without land, there is no production. And the surplus of what we produce, we could sell. And of course, this would open up areas of trade and commerce for us. Land ownership, my beloved brothers and sisters, is the pathway to wealth.
Let's go.
So Martin, as we always talk about this repeatedly, and you know it. Why it touched me, Brian, because from when I was a small little boy, I used to hear that in my house, you know, and my father always tell me he didn't know what he was doing, but he know that he had something there in land. He know something was going on there, but he didn't. We know 100%,
Right.
but you know something was going on.
Yes.
And you know the saddest part is, Brian, when I of course I come with my father's story. People don't tell you nothing, Brian. You could be around a lot of fellas, and you have to do your thing. They ain't gonna tell you, boy, do this, make a left, make a right. You know, you gonna walk and hit your leg here, hit your leg. So you need your guidance.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, Brian, St. Martin people, land is our gem. That is ours. The gentleman just said, without land, we have
No independence.
there's no independence. You know, he didn't say nice car. He didn't say materialistic. He didn't say jewelry. He didn't even say money. He said land. Without land, there's no wealth, my brother. You know, and the saddest part in our country, St. Martin, Brian. I listened Tuesday night. I don't know if you listened to the program with Billy D and all the politicians here. And when they was touching the topic on building permits, you know, how our department fighting our own people,
Have building permits there put on.
have people
Yeah.
restricting people from building their house, restricting people from just come a little bigger or just build a little room for a family member to sleep in,
Yeah.
and then talk about notary, and then talk about all kind of things. Brian, I understand we need rules and
Exactly,
regulations,
yes.
but it's becoming as too much of a red tape and bureaucracy, you know. And you know why this government is moving now? You know why Jurendi and Ardwell and these guys are getting things moving? Let me tell you, Brian, because we as young people, we are tired of the bureaucracy. We want to get work, we want to get jobs done. We want to get things moving.
Exactly.
You understand? If you busy reading all day, advices back and forth, when are you gonna get the job done? That is why these young folks now, and we needed a difference, a change in government, because the bureaucracy had become too much.
We wasn't being productive at all.
We wasn't being productive. All we've been doing is paperwork,
Lip service.
paperwork, slip service. And when the fellow with the big money comes, he moves his thing. But we as locals, we keep fighting. You know, and what I enjoyed about the program, because I also had a program with Billy D here, you know, giving my little insights on the department of Romeo and St. Martin. But more people had called, so it's not only me. It's to show our people of St. Martin that we have a lot of issues here going on, that it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. We need to find out who are the ones
Holding it back.
holding this country, because Brian, you're not holding just one or two projects, you're holding the whole country back. We hold
And they have money pending because
you
that's
have
for the
money
country.
pending to put in the coffers. You cannot restrict somebody of building on their land. It is not it is their land. Of course they can't go out of rules, but you cannot restrict them. That is their wealth. That's what I'm trying to say. That is their wealth.
Yeah.
That is what they got.
That's all they got.
That's all they got, my brother. You know, one of the gentlemen's called on the radio. He said, he has to go by what he said. They tell him you gotta go by your grandfather. You gotta go by this and that. Go notary, family line and all kind. What does that has to do with the building?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, brother? So we become so limited, and I remember.
Like you said before too, we get caught up in the why not.
Yes,
Instead
yes.
of how can.
we
Yeah,
get
yeah,
caught
yeah.
up in, and no, I know
Can't this,
I will
can't
keep
that.
talking about it, because you know it's like we talk, Brian, but it won't change. But I hope and I have faith that one day this will change on this country of
Yeah.
St. Martin,
The young
because
people will make the change.
the
We have to make the
young
change.
folks have to make the change. You know, one of the MPs get up in Parliament and said, we're getting a change in Parliament, a change in government, you know, and we have to stay humble.
Exactly.
We have to stay humble and make sure take care of our people of this country. You know, and the gentleman Farrakhan, he refers, Brian, and you see he doesn't hesitate, refers to local black people. You know, because we have a tendency of staying behind.
Yep. We get caught up in being consumers, as he said.
As he said,
instead
we
of
get
owners.
caught up in buying cars and buying watches and buying, various stuff that we have no business buying. You have family land there. What sense does it make having it and not putting it into use?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And what I'm going to go again of the bureaucracy in our island, Brian. Imagine, 1 second, let me just get this up. The minister, I want you to give me your insight also. The minister of VSA, she came with a policy, right, Brian? Brian, I could understand, when something comes out there, you have various comments and various opinions,
Yeah. Yeah.
But my point is something has to start somewhere. And Brian, this has been going on
Far too long.
far too long
Yeah.
in our country of St. Martin.
Yeah.
Now, if a minister is coming with a policy or whatever it is to protect you as the people of this country, what do you have to say? What bad do you have to say about this policy?
Instead of embracing it,
Talk to me, Brian.
criticize
I want
it.
to hear you.
The policy for me is 1,000% accurate. That's what we've been lacking in the country for a long, long time. Looking out for your people, your capable people. There's no way, no how. There's job vacancies, and you're looking outside the country before you look in. It's always you have to look in. You have to look for, are your people capable? Do you have the people or the personnel here for that job occupation?
Yeah.
Instead of foreign outside workers. So that policy that she put in place, I hope even that she's leaving, they continue with it.
Yeah.
Because it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. If you need a doctor, you look here first. You need a lawyer, you look here first. If you need a hotel manager, you need to look here first. Because we have people with their resumes and all over, and they're just sitting on the sideline waiting.
Brian, we have a school called NEPA, right?
Mhm.
And they produces various cooks,
Mhm.
waiters,
Mhm.
various stuff, right?
Mhm.
So, even you can go there, put the vacancy,
Mhm.
because I'm sure they have talented children, talented locals there going
Yep.
to school.
Many.
Many going to school.
You have a lot of
doing-
people sitting home with a bunch of applications, with a bunch of certificates.
Brian, and one of the things that I'm saying is that we as a people here in St. Martin, we tend, because as you see a lot of comments on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like nothing is good.
Mhm.
You cannot make everybody happy.
Correct.
Happy.
Correct.
And I believe that 100%.
Mhm.
No matter, we have ministers now that are doing great jobs.
Mhm.
They will always have people will always have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
Buy he do this good. Buy this. Buy that. Buy this. Buy. He could do this better. So. But I am giving them the benefit of the doubt, Brian,
Mhm.
because they're doing. You can see they're working and doing their best endlessly.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I want to just go through just a small little thing of this policy. But Brian, one thing I would like to outline though,
Mm-hmm.
right? I like the how they brought it forward, etc. Even if something have to be tweeted here and there.
Mhm.
But again, Brian, the processes and the way it's going to go in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a business and you need someone to come work for you or whatever, and you can get somebody from China, just give an example.
Mm-hmm.
If I send a letter or send a request
Mhm.
to the Department of Social Affairs here, how will it be executed?
Mhm.
How long will it take to be executed?
Mm-hmm.
I believe, in my opinion, they should have, for example, if they have a project manager,
Mm-hmm.
and under him have like 10 or 15 people, and have to reply to those emails or reply to those requests.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the job to do it. Because if you take 6 months to reply to me, it doesn't make sense neither.
Correct.
Because you have to put it in practice.
Mhm.
Because a lot of things here, Brian, as you can see, we put in practice, but it doesn't get executed. What we just talked about, the bureaucracy, the red tape, the this and that, you know. And sometimes a businessman, sorry to say, would rather get somebody come and just do the job and let me move forward.
Because here we have to become more efficient.
Yes, yes,
You know?
yes.
That's
yes,
what we need
yes,
to do.
yes.
Become more efficient. The waiting time, the waiting process has to be minimal.
Yeah.
You
Let me
know?
tell you something, Brian. People might say, boy, but it might be too much work. I have a partner, a good friend of mine, and he works in an offshore company. Brian, let me tell you something. This guy gets about 200 meals per day.
Wow.
And his boss tell him you have to finish all of those meals before you go home. And Brian, he just get it done. Trust me. By 5 o'clock, he gone. And when he reach home, he check the emails. Morning in the office, he mashing them up again. You know, but again, that is the private sector. You know, that is the private sector. And okay, maybe he loves his job also. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, you have to love what you're doing.
Correct.
Right? You have to love your job, because if you there, you get the emails, the minister ain't telling you nothing. You could do what you want, and then all those businesses will just be out there waiting too. So my point is, we have to get it in practice and get it going.
Yeah.
You know, get it going so then our people can get the attention. And I'm like they say, how much people looking for a job? 6,000?
I don't know the exact figure.
Yeah, they say 5,000 to 6,000 people, something like that. They say is unemployed. I don't know how
Registered for unemployment right now?
I don't know how.
Wow, that's a big figure.
I don't know
I
how
don't
accurate it is, but that's what I saw.
Wow.
You know, so that is
Because you got to remember too, every time school finish, there's a percentage of children that stays here on the island
yes.
that are unemployed, that go out looking for jobs. So it's a process that we need to speed up. It's becoming ridiculous. Yes, you have children getting scholarship and going away, but then you have a percentage of them here joining the workforce or looking to join the workforce. And what happened to the backup line from before?
Yeah.
You know, so it's ridiculous. We really have to be more efficient.
What I enjoyed what she said though.
She
She said, the minister, no? She said, we have to look at the permits them more keenly and individually. You know, okay, if you're looking for a dancer and you don't get nobody here to dance for you or work in the strip joint or whatever, you bring her from abroad. But as she said, they was looking for a cleaner. She sure you can get a cleaner in St. Martin because you don't need no expertise to become a cleaner. She said a waiter. She said a delivery management. She said you don't even know what they mean by that, but by the name of delivery, you can get somebody here to work as delivery management, you know, and much more. But again, like you say, if somebody have to work on a plane, and specifically on a plane, and you can't get somebody here, you go abroad.
Absolutely. In-house first. You always have to check in-house first. It makes sense. I think every country, that's the proper procedure that they operate. You have to check your people capabilities before you look outside. It's a natural thing. It's a great policy. What I like as well about the article, she said they will have to motivate any rejection. Meaning, if they do an interview and they decide this person isn't capable, they have to motivate. How come this person isn't capable?
Yes.
And they're local. Not
Okay.
because you just want to bring in somebody.
Yes,
You have
yes.
to motivate your rejection. So that's perfect. You know, so the back and forth, the follow up, it's going to be excellent.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work, Brian.
But we need to work. That's
We
what
need
you
to work.
get.
Yes,
we need to work.
Yes, we need to work. You know,
We need
yeah.
to work.
Because departments keep complaining they don't have people to work, they don't have they're understaffed, blah blah blah, this and that and another thing. You know, so that also.
I think, bro, across, this is government we're talking about, right? But across the board, all these major big companies, they need to have their customers' best interests. Meaning, when you go to the bank, you want the lines to move fast. You go to
Yes.
tell them you want the lines to move fast. That's supposed to be your every monthly analysis. How were we efficient? You know, any complaints from the customer? Are they waiting too long in line? I don't see what's the issue. yes, we know your tellers or your workers have to go lunch, etc., etc. But at the same time, remember your lunchtime is a lunchtime. People take time to go to the bank.
Yeah.
So we can't have a, butting on each other. Okay, the teller's gone to lunch and you go to lunch at the bank, and now you end up in line for a whole hour and a half, which your lunchtime is maybe a half an hour or hour. So our policies and procedures, our efficiency needs to improve. And sometimes when we go on these certain lines, we wonder, but where is the real supervisor who's supervising? Is this person getting paid to sit down in the office, or being paid to make sure the how we call it, the flow?
Yeah.
The flow is moving. Because I could see myself in any of those positions on everybody. You want to be efficient. Okay, I come out, this person's still in line. How long this person stand up by the teller? What exactly is going on? We need to be more efficient across the board with all of these big companies. Because at the end of the day, people are spending their money.
Yeah.
We ain't asking for the favors.
You over here?
The people are spending their money. Whether it's they go to UTS, tell them, any big company, the people are spending their money. They want efficient service.
But my brother, my one question to you is, how is government going to deal with the change? Why? Because, my brother, a lot of these ministers is going to be coming in, or now, a lot of change is going to be implemented, trust me, and we have a custom of doing certain things here in St. Martin, and a lot of changes is going to come. And my question would be to the ministers now, how are they going to implement that change? How to implement that change into the people. Because remember, government have a system of working now, which to me is not good.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm a businessman here, so I go through various struggles, and sometimes you're like, boy, when these things is gonna be online, be on par, and I'm sure, I'm 100% sure the ministers are seeing where changes can come and where they can change, but to put the change in the people, how is that gonna go?
Let's draw a good point from the same Tuesday night. I think I heard a piece when they're saying the only person who doesn't be replaced is the SG.
Yes.
Right? I think that's a big issue. That's a big problem.
That's a big issue.
Because when you're talking about a new minister, I believe, I'm not certain, but I'm sure that new minister comes with a new staff.
Yes.
Right? So if I have a new staff, I could sit down in the boardroom with them and I could say, hey, this is how we're going to operate. We're going to do bam, 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 bam. This is how efficient I want, you this, you that, you that. But if I don't have no hands-on approach about the SG, I at their mercy.
Yes.
I come with my new staff and I want to do a whole work, but this same old SG they are doing and operating how they
used to do it for long. Yes.
Yeah, so that is the bottleneck. That is where everything is being stopped. So the only way to be more efficient and to move forward, if you're gonna have a new staff, sad but not, you need a new SG.
I remember even Christopher was saying, he realized that okay, the SG won't do it how he want. He was like, no, I am the minister now. I want it like this.
That's unacceptable.
And that's where the booting is gonna come, because this SG now, he thinks he can do this for years and years to come.
And then the same aspect needs to be in place. And okay, great. Yes, you want everybody to have their job and their permanent job.
Yes,
the
indeed.
SG is a permanent job. But then the SG has to have that understanding as well. This is a new minister, and I have to go according to what he or she wants.
Yes.
You understand?
They was having a
That's how it's
conversation
supposed to
also of if they move a SG, where they gonna put him in? That's a very, very good question.
Yeah,
I think
that's
Suja asked the
Yeah,
question.
that's what I'm saying. about
Because
the
if
job.
you have, look, to me, Brian, remember again, this is my opinion. A SG job, you have to give it a time. For example, I'm just giving a reference. 3 to 4 years. That's it. 3 to 4 years, I come with a new SG.
Yeah.
But that is my opinion. But now in St. Martin, SG started, if I'm not mistaken, from 2010, and they're there for long now.
Yeah, that's not good.
And there was before then, as the city used to call it, lieutenant or something they used to call, I can't remember. For even 10 to 15 years, long. So when
it makes a lot of sense to have that person every 4 years.
Of course.
Because the intention of government is supposed to be every 4 years.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Whether it fall or not, but the intention is supposed to be 4 years.
Yes.
So they should have a policy in place for that SG, regardless of government fall or not, but you are there solid for 4 years.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Then you could go according to, I know I got 4 years and then
Because
I
Brian,
have to
look,
do
at a
something
certain
else.
point, right? Like
That makes
look
sense.
what you tell me. You tell me just now, if a minister come, he have the SG have to come with a different approach.
Mhm.
But the problem is, and you know where the problem will come with that? After so many years, Brian, you have nothing else to offer. Your mind is blocked.
Correct.
You understand? It's just like, I'll give you a good example. It's just like old politicians. What can they offer us now after 30 years? Understand what I'm saying? You did 25, 30 years. When you campaigning, what can you tell the people? At a certain time, it's over.
Correct.
But now, for example, if Billy D or whoever come in, I'm just giving you an example, they go come with an idea and say, boy, let's do it this way. Maybe that old politician will be like, wow, that's a good idea. I never thought of it. Because his mind is blocked.
Right.
He doesn't have no more new ideas. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. Limited.
It's limited. It's
Yeah,
limited.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Brian, we're reaching to our last minute
Running
here.
on time.
So Martin, thank you so much. Brian, it was a great program, bro. You know, I just hope that, you know, I would say, man, people every Sunday when they're listening to us, you can, you know, get something from it,
Yeah.
get a powerful message from it. You know, our St. Martin people, our local people, keep fighting. You know, keep pushing. Don't give up. You know, don't throw in the towel. Remember, we is we.
Yes,
This
sir.
is our country.
Yes,
St.
sir.
Martin, take care. SOS.
So, Martin people, that's our time for today. Remember, life is all about choices, so be careful who you choose and what you choose because time waits on no one. Till next time, strictly business.